Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greg here again with a kit review. Recently I've been up to Scotland to see my son, and we finished up getting this. A bit unusual. It's not a tank kit, although there's a picture of a tank. It's the Kran 16 ton, oh I'll butcher this, Strabokran 1943. Probably butchered that. I apologise to any German friends I have out there. And it's an amusing hobby kit, and it's 1/35 scale. And I picked this up for 20 quid in a little shop I found. And the model number is 35B003. And there we are. It's an amusing hobby. Got a bit Chinese, Japanese writing underneath there. 1943. On the side we have a couple of photographs of the actual crane being used to lift turrets off vehicles. And there we are. It just tells you the assembly, blah blah blah. Nothing much on that side. And on this side we have a few CAD drawings of the finished kit. Looks quite detailed. Again, that's fairly nice. So I'll just had a quick flick through this, and what I've seen I was quite impressed. So let's open the box and let's have a look what we get actually in the kit. Take the lid off. I was surprised there's quite a bit of plastic in this kit as well. I was really quite surprised how much plastic there actually was. Sorry, I'm just going to make a bit of room here because that's normal, the bench is a mess. But yeah, there's quite a bit of plastic in there. First thing is a correction sheet, which you know, at least it's been found and noted, and they've put these in now. So we'll put that out of the way. So what we'll do, we shall just go like what I normally do. We'll go sprue by sprue. I'll just move this one out of the way for now. Okay. So the first thing we'll take this one, let's take out the bag, and it's the actual main cross beam of the crane, and it's moulded into one piece. And I have to say, is that a touch of flash? I'm not too sure if that's a touch of flash or not, but it's nicely, it's been nicely moulded. A few things on the top of there, I'm not too sure if they should be there, but we'll find out. Let me just bring it. There we go. You see, it's quite nicely moulded. I can't really see any injection marks anywhere that's going to be noticeable, because obviously I'm not too sure about these bits of actually where it was fastened to a sprue. I think it probably will be there again. They'll be taking nothing to get out of. So I'm trying to work out if that piece is see a bit of flash there on that little piece there. I don't know if that's flash or that's supposed to be there. It could be flash, I think, but I'll check that when I build it. Yeah, so that's quite nicely moulded for a one piece. That I was quite surprised to find it in one piece. Right, and then don't ask me what these parts are called or anything, because I haven't a blooming clue. I just know it's a crane. Right, so let's have a look at what we've got in here. Obviously these must be the four legs by looking at these, and there again. These are nicely moulded, really are nicely moulded. You've got them little marks again, obviously where it's been joined to a sprue gate, I would think. But there again, they're gonna, a few wisps of file and they've gone. And again, the detail is, you know, for what there is, it's pretty decent. It really is. It's decent enough. And obviously this part must be like for adjusting the height or something, I would have thought, you know, whether you put the pins in. Probably all wrong, but you never know. Even that's got nice clear holes all the way through, which is nice. So it's obviously a workable part, I would have thought. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. so there's no point in going through all 4. Right, and the next screw we have, again obviously it's like the wheels and things like that and the bogies, because it runs on bogies obviously. It's a bit unusual. I have an idea of what I want to do with it. So we have 2 of those. These look like the wheels for each side, and there again, really nice, nicely moulded. And obviously these parts at the bottom, again, you're not going to see them when the screw gate's cut off. There again, there's no injection marks, and there's no flash. It really is nice. If that was flashing up, no, I don't think it was. No, it's indentation in the plastic. Detail again looks pretty good to me. So there's 2 of those, and there's 2 of those sprues in here, so we're not even bother looking at both of those. And again, really nice, really nice. I don't know what these parts are. Obviously there must be could be for the wheels for all I know. There's bits and pieces there. Well, there's not too many small details obviously, but there's enough detail there to be good enough on 1/35 scale. Everything's cleanly moulded, clearly numbered, and there's no flash. And the injection marks that I've seen are all in the reverse. And that's the first injection marks I've seen in the whole kit. Obviously you have them in that long piece there, but that's on the inside. Presumably, I don't know what that is, wheel? God knows. There's 2 of those. Right, and then obviously there's going to be a lot of repeat sprues, because obviously you've been a crane, you need one side and then the other. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these sprues, all identical. So we don't need to take all 4 out. Let's just pop this out the way. And again, we have the wheels. Presumably they are the wheels. Yep. A few cogs, must say some small pieces. Another like things that you put the pins in to adjust. Cable. Again, really nice. Really nice. Minimal cleanup. Nice detail on the tow cable actually going on the outside. You can see that. A lot of people miss that and paint the whole thing, you know, whatever colour. They don't realise the cable runs around them. But there again, really nice. Very impressed. Presumably they're the hubs for the wheels. Nicely detailed again. So there's 4 sprues like this. So, and then the last of the plastic, we have a rather elongated sprue with 1 piece on the end. Let me just and yet again, the detail is nice again. It really is. And it doesn't look a particularly, you know, I don't think it's a particularly hard build. It'd be unusual obviously from building armour, but still nice. Now we have things for the cables to wrap around, one would presume. It looks like sort of some where the operator goes, I would have thought. Not too sure, I don't know what that part is. It's nicely detailed again, lovely. Another cog, and there's another cog there. Some like, I don't know what these parts are, I really don't know. But yeah, they're nicely detailed again. I slightly damaged that one there, look, I have to be careful with that one. That's not too problem. There's one actually snapped off, which is a shame, but it should be somewhere in the bag. I know it's just folded up on itself. So that's something I'm going to have to be careful with. You see that one there? It's just folded up on itself, so I'll have to put a dab of Tamiya on there and bring it out forward, but that's the only problem I've come across. It's a minor problem really. So everything is really nicely detailed. I keep saying it, and it really is. I'm very happy with this. An interesting build eventually. Right, then we get into the nice detailed parts that's sent to give you with it. We have a chain, quite a long piece of chain. Presumably that's obviously for the lifting of. That'll need weathered obviously. There's quite a bit of chain in there. And then we have, I won't get these out of the bag because they're quite delicate, some of them. A lot of cable again and a metal ring. So you can see that better if I just bring maybe that back there. There we go. Nice detail on that cable as well. And there's a little metal ring there for something or other. And then we have the copper wire for the tow cable, which is nice again. And a decal. We do have a decal. It just says Fry's. I'm not going to go pronounce it because I'll butcher it again. 16 ton, blah blah blah. That goes on the beam across the top. That's the only decal. Right, so we'll start on the instructions. Nice booklet form, nice paper. Gives you a bit of read about reading the manual through, and it gives you the icons for, you know, the usual things. A small sprue map again, metal tow cable, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And we start, it looks like on the top of the crane, a few of the cables and, you know, where they wind around. It's fairly straightforward by looking at that. Doesn't look too difficult. Again, nicely clear, nicely labelled. Still working across the top. Again, little bogies for the thing to go across there. So they're all clearly marked and clearly labelled, which is nice. And there's some hatch things with the piece that's just folded back on itself, so I have to be careful with those. And then we're still on with the top part. You see the bogies attached, or no glue attached on there, obviously because it's going to run on the top. And then we have them beams underneath. Again, no glue. Glue those parts there. That's the chain we're on about, isn't it? Yeah, that's the chain. Tell me, is that the chain? Doesn't say. Two pieces of 420. I'll see when we go past 420mm. You could be that black one. I think it probably is the black. I think the chain is more for the actual lifting. Again, we shall see. And we're still on with the top part of it. It's quite a detailed part at the top, really, as you can see. But there again, it's how you flip it over 180 degrees to put the parts on. Little bits and pieces on the top. So it's quite detailed, And then again, we're starting with, looks like what presumably it's the motor and all the cogs on one end of the house, or the housing on the end of the thing, and then we have another length of 290, but I'll have to work out which is which. And then they put the cogs into there. Again, showing you the position. It's nice. And then we start on the feet, or the legs, I should say. It's gone quite fast too. I missed a part of it. 12. Oh yeah, it's these, the It's a bit unusual. It's almost built for you, that part. It doesn't tell you what A or B on the bottom there for the wheels. But, this part is the 4 pieces, but it doesn't show you actually going together unless it does later on. That's probably just a description showing you what wheels you can have on there, I presume. And then we're starting to build up the bogies, and then we have the wheels, which is nice again. And then we have these, they're like jacks, like I thought they would be, where you put a pin in them and jack it off so the wheels don't touch the floor. And you pin them. And nice. And again, we're doing the other side again for the different wheels that you want. On there, explaining what these ones are. And then we're starting off some of the small pieces, and we're putting that part together for the wheels to go on the bottom. And the bogies. As I say, it's all clearly detailed. I'll just have to work out which is what position the string is and things like that, and which chain goes where and whatever. And then we're starting to work on the legs again, and then we're attaching the feet and the wheels. Again, all nicely detailed, nicely laid out. Okie dokie, picking a pokey, as they say. And then we got some more cable again, telling you which the 250mm, 2 pieces, and then we're assembling across the top beam again with a crane, actual crane and the hook and everything else. And then we have figure 32, either or. I can't really tell the difference which is there for you at the moment. Not really, until that length is 290. I'm going to have to work out which, and then you obviously put the 2 legs in the bottom of the crane. I think that's the chain, is the is this part here. You know, the long piece there, it looks like the chain to me, but we shall see. And then we have the metal tow bars. And there's the tow cables, it's falling like on a shackle on that ring, probably that metal ring I was on about, fastened to whatever that's fastened to. And then on the other side is its complete assembly. Yeah, the chains are on each end, and it's the black cable by looking at this that goes for the actual, you know, crane itself. And there's just a desert yellow camo, desert yellow. Let's bring this over here. That's all it says. It just says desert yellow, Tamiya colour, yeah, XF59, and you can see where the shackles and the tow cables are fastened to the hook. But like you see, it's quite an intense little build. It doesn't look too difficult to go together, but yeah, I would say you have to watch where you're putting the cables and all that kind of stuff. But impressive little kit for £20. I have a good idea of what I want to do with it. A good friend of mine, Jack, who's he's into his game table painting and things like that at the moment, and a few months ago when we built the Tiger with the interior, he couldn't get into it and he didn't do it, so I asked him if he wanted anything for it, and he says no, you can have it, and he sent me it last week, so thank you very much, Jack, it's much appreciated. I'm going to use that on this as a part of the dial with this crane lifting off the turret. I know people say it's not 100% accurate, but it's accurate enough for me for what I need to do with it, so that'll be a build in the future. But it'll be an interesting build, so thank you again once. That's really nice of you, Jack, for that. I even offered to pay postage and he wouldn't take that either, so I'll have to sort something out and just send him something. So that's an interesting little unboxing, and it's the Fry's Kran 16-ton Strabokran 1943. Butchered that probably again, but that's what it is. So I said thank you very much to my subscribers. Oh, before we go, just a couple of shout outs to Mr. Hallidan, the Australian, for he kindly featured me on his new format, his nips. So I was really, shocked and honoured that he did that. And one to Neil, the Mad Welshman, who's cracking on with some beautiful figure work at the moment. He really is some cracking figure work. And to Paul, who's at the standstill at the moment, but he's dying to get back to the bench. He just has a few other issues he has to deal with first, but it'd be nice to see him back eventually. And of course my mates Steve and Joe. What else can we say about those two? Eh? Generous to a fault. They really are. So kind-hearted gentlemen. And Steve's coming along nicely with his panther. That looks nice, and the diorama's good for that as well. Who else can I shout off? The usual, John Moore, Mr. Kemp. I haven't been on the hangout for such a long time. I really must get my ass back into gear and get on there, because they're a nice bunch of chaps to talk to. We have a good natter. Well, I used to when I was on there, but I shall get back onto that. Anybody else? Oh yeah, Al from what is his? I can never ever remember his. Let me find it. Modelling Madness. Al. He's a nice lad from Birmingham, and he does a lot of these old Maxbox kits and Airfix kits, and he rattles them out left, right, and centre. But it's so nostalgic. Some of the kits that he puts out, it really is. It brings me back to my childhood. A lot of the Matchbox ones and the small ships, the destroyers and the battleships and things like that. The old Airfix ones. Really, he's a nice guy as well. Really nice guy. So have a look at Al's Modelling Madness. Is it Modelling Madness? I'm sure it is. Let me just check. I'm sure it is. I can never remember. I've got a memory like a bloody sieve. Let me just check. There we are. Come on, computer. Where are we at? Come on. Yeah, Al Woods. Come on, bloody hell, computer. Modelling Mayhem, not Madness, Mayhem. Have a look at him. He's got some really nice builds on there, and he cracks through with all sorts on there. There's ships, there's tanks, there's planes, there's figures, everything. He builds everything, anything and everything. But a lot of stuff that I like on there is a lot of nostalgia for me, because I built them when I was a kid. I can't think of anybody else. Oh yeah, my mate Jens in Germany. How could I forget Jens? We're going to do a buddy build eventually of a KV. Whoa, where are we at? I lost it again now. The flamethrower. In the future. Where the hell have I put that kit? It's a trumpeter kit anyhow. It's a KV kit. But non-Jens, it'll be completely rebuilt. Been interesting build. But that's coming up shortly as well. So I think that's it. I can't think of anybody else. I've probably missed it. If I have, I'm sorry. So please leave me a comment in the box if I missed you, and I'll mention you in the next updates on the Whippet. So that's me waffling again now. So to say thank you very much for watching and taking the time out of your day to do so, and we'll catch you very soon with another unboxing, I think, before we do the next update on the Whippet. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you very soon.